Have you ever wished there was a faster way to adjust the angle of your GoPro camera and know that no matter what you did to it, it wasn't going to change angle afterwards? Well, this is the Schier Concepts clamp for your GoPro camera. It replaces the standard thumb screw with something that is, well, pretty darn ingenious. This is the clamp itself. When closed, the angle of the camera is totally fixed and the clamp holds it in place. However, as soon as you undo the clamp, it loosens the tension on the bolt and the camera is free to rotate to whatever position you want it in. When you're happy with where it is, you just close that clamp again and the camera is set back into that new position. And what's really cool with this is you can put a lot more tension on the on that bolt than you can with a standard thumb screw. Plus, you can't over tighten it by hand and then get stuck not being able to undo it, which is why I used to carry around that screwdriver. With this, you can always just open the lever and then you're able to remove the camera. So very ingenious, and it does deal with a lot of problems that arise with the standard GoPro thumb screw. Having said that though, there are a couple of drawbacks. While it is much faster to adjust the angle of the camera, it isn't as fast to remove the camera from the mount. To remove the Schier Concept clamp, you first have to open the clamp and then undo the nut, which is held onto one side of the clamp, and then remove both those pieces together. This requires two hands, which is something which is not true when removing a standard GoPro thumb screw. Then there's the fact that to install the Schier clamp, you have to remove the retained nut, which is attached to all GoPro mounts. To do this, it's very simple. You just slide through either a standard GoPro thumb screw or the clamp bolt and just pop out the nut. The problem here is that once that nut is removed, you do have to put it somewhere so you don't lose it, and then you have to put it back in when you want to use a standard GoPro thumb screw instead of the Schier clamp. This I can see leading to a situation where many people end up losing that nut and then can't use the standard thumb screws because they've lost the little nut that they needed to work with their mount. Also, it's just one more step if you want to install this onto new mounts. With all of that in mind, my assessment of this mount is that if you're going to be using a single GoPro mount for most of your mounting situations, this is something which you should definitely check out. For example, if you're mounting your GoPro all over a car and you had a lot of adhesive mounts installed in different places and you kept your GoPro mounted to a single buckle mount and you just moved it between those different mounting locations and want to be able to adjust the angle every time you set it down, you should get one of these. It's awesome. It's great for that. You know that when you install it, it's secure, and when you remove it, you have the ability to very easily adjust the angle before you put it in its next mounting location. Very cool. If you're always helmet mounting your camera, this thing's really cool. If you're going to keep your GoPro always mounted with the same helmet mount, you just want to be able to adjust the angle a little bit, quickly check it. You can make sure you can adjust the angle looking at your phone. Very, very cool. But if you're going to be moving your GoPro between a head mount and a pole mount and a handlebar mount, then it might not be for you, as I think the frustration you may encounter when moving between those different mounts, having to remove the Schier clamp every time, might get annoying, and you may end up switching back to just using standard thumb screws. In conclusion then, if the Schier Concept clamp was able to use the standard GoPro retained nut instead of having to implement their own, I would tell everybody to buy them and use them for every single part or every single mounting location they use their GoPro camera. Since they can't do that right now, I'm not 100% sold for everybody with a GoPro camera. There are situations out there where they're absolutely awesome. It's a really, really cool concept, and I'm definitely going to keep using it. It looks cool, it looks different, it looks really, really cool, and it does have a lot of functionality. The ability to change and then really securely clamp down your camera is awesome, and I do like it. I just wish that it was easier to move between different mounts. Until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in this mount, you can check it out. There's links for it down in the video description. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, make sure you subscribe. But most of all, until next time, thank you very, very much for watching.